So far in this mini-series, we've looked at ways of learning songs by reading, listening to and memorising chord sequences. All three of these methods can be used by anyone, no matter what stage they're at in their studies of music. But today's lesson is different, because we're going to talk about learning songs by understanding. If you've ever watched an experienced musician get up on stage and join in with a band that they've never met before, playing songs that they've never heard before, you may have wondered how on earth they managed to effortlessly join in and play without hitting a great many wrong chords or notes. Well, this kind of player understands music. There are different ways to understand music, but for most of us, the simplest approach is to study music theory as it applies to the guitar. This approach to learning guitar, which at first glance may seem a bit serious, a bit laborious, is actually a great shortcut. It's a way ultimately of making the journey more effortless and far quicker. Let's give you an example. Supposing you already knew a song that had this chord sequence: C, A minor, F and G. And you then wanted to learn a song with a sequence that looked like this: E flat, C minor 7th, A flat, B flat 7th. As a novice guitarist, you would consult a chord book and you'd see some really difficult looking chord shape diagrams suggested for these chords. Maybe something like this. Now, if you really loved this song, you might slave away for days, stretching your fingers to try and play these awkward shapes. But at best, you'd probably end up with something a bit like this. Whereas a guitarist who had taken the time and trouble to study a little music theory would instantly spot that the sequence in E flat is basically the same as the sequence you already know in the key of C. That they are the same sequence is completely hidden to the uninitiated by the fact that they are in different keys, and also they include a couple of simple chord substitutions. So the better educated guitarist knows to simply whack a capo on at fret 3 and then use the same simpler chord shapes that he used for the other song. They also know that they are at liberty to alter a couple of those shapes to include the chord substitutions that are suggested in the arrangement. So, from the day you start learning guitar, I urge you to seek answers to your natural questions about how and why chords and notes go together. Every moment spent learning music theory is an investment of your time that will pay you back many times over, as not only does it reduce your song learning time to a minimum, but it also greatly increases your creative capabilities on the guitar. So perhaps this soundbite is less of a guitar lesson and more of a big chunk of advice from someone who, knowing no better, took a long and difficult road to get to a destination, only to realise after he'd arrived that he could have jumped on a plane. On the Secret Guitar Teacher site, I try and help our members take to this fast track and embrace the learning of guitar music theory and actually see it as something fun and exciting. Our 3-part guitar music theory course will, I promise you, help you to learn to love guitar music theory. And more importantly, it will help you to put it to use to accelerate your progress towards becoming a great guitar player. If you found this little video useful, please do click on the like button if there is one, or leave a comment, and do feel free to share the video with your friends. And if you'd like to gain full access to all our guitar teaching materials, please visit the Secret Guitar Teacher site and take a free look round at what's available there. See you again soon.